Good morning. It is March 9th, 2010, and it's Marianne again. It's Tuesday already again. After preparing for this week here on the topic of how we actually got to the weight we are now, I realized that I'm actually still learning about myself and what made me overweight. There isn't one thing that I can remember that happened in my life to make me turn to food or have happiness in eating. I was never like that. It was probably around maybe 7th or 8th grade that I was seeing that I was overweight, more overweight than the other people around me. But yeah, 7th and 8th grade, that would have been middle school. And but again, there was nothing that stands out to me. I wasn't teased in school. Nobody made fun of me. I always had a bubbly personality, and I had friends, and so in 7th and 8th grade, I do remember thinking about food and I guess not wanting to eat it, I guess, if that makes kind of sense. I specifically remember we had like a school store where you could buy like Laffy Taffy and beef jerky and all that, and I guess I could say that I was jealous of the people that got to get that and could just eat it. Personally, I could not. I do remember knowing that, yeah, I couldn't have that piece of Laffy Taffy and not worry about it. And then from there, it just kind of grew. In freshman year, I think it was freshman or sophomore year, I took like a home ec type class, and it was, I don't know, was it home ec? It was some sort of class like that. Anyways, I remember that they showed us that movie with Tracy Gold, and where she starves herself, and then she exercises like crazy. And the whole idea behind it was that of course it's not healthy. You shouldn't do that. There's other ways to lose weight. It actually had the opposite effect on me. It was I saw that there was another way, that here's this girl, she just stopped eating and she got way skinny way fast, and so what better way, right? Anyways, so I do remember throughout high school that I did suffer from that. But I don't know if anybody really noticed, because I didn't actually get like super skinny. The thing with me is I clearly remember going all day without eating anything. I wouldn't have breakfast, I'd go to school, wouldn't have lunch, and but then on my way home, I used to walk to and from school. On the way home, I just kept thinking of all the food that we had in the house. We had I would think in my head, oh, there's crackers, there's cereal, there's bread and meat, and I just kept thinking that. And so by the time I got home, the whole way home, my walk, I clearly remember saying that, don't eat it, you don't need it. If you want to be skinny, don't eat it, And but yeah, I would totally just break down when I got home, and I'd basically eat the house is what I called it, and that would go day after day after day, and then the next morning I'd do it again, and the whole cycle just continued on, and so no, I didn't get skinny, but I had all these thoughts in my head, and it wasn't healthy regardless. And so, like I said, that kind of continued on. I remember every grade through high school, suffering from that. And it wasn't until I'd say I was 20, after I graduated high school, I took a year off to work, and then I went to college. And when I was at college, I went to a community center, and so I still lived at home, and plus I was working full time, so I was really busy, and I was tutoring this little girl 2 days a week, and so like I said, extremely busy. I did lose quite a bit of weight. I probably lost close to 100 pounds doing that, and basically that leads me up to my last year in college, and that I was kind of discovering that wasn't healthy, and at that point I met my husband, and you know how you just kind of get comfortable with people that you're in love with, and yeah, so ever since then it's just crept up on me, and here we are, I guess. That's pretty much my story. Now I can't imagine not eating. I should eat less, I know, and I should eat more healthy or whatever, but to go through days without having anything to eat, or like a slice of bread, it just, it was so harsh on my body. So yeah, that's my story. Even though I don't really have one specific thing that made me turn to food or whatever, there's still a lot in my history. And making this video made me realize that. But thank you for listening to my story, and this week here is another tough week. We're just getting all the tough weeks done so we can move on to more fun stuff. But again, thanks for listening to me, and stay tuned tomorrow for Vanessa, who gets to share her story. See you next Tuesday.